parole commissioners, in essence, they're very willing to play Russian roulette with our safety because the gun's not pointed at their head.
And LA County prosecutors pleading with Governor Newsom to overturn the parole board's decision to grant parole to a man who murdered his wife.
The prosecutor says that man has threatened to kill him and his family if he ever were to get out of prison. The prosecutor spoke to our Bill Malugin tonight, and he has a story for us.
Bradford is a very bitter, controlling, manipulative, and dangerous person.
LA County Deputy District Attorney John Lewin speaks about William Bradford, a man he sent to prison in 2002 for killing his ex-wife.
I'll never forget this. He told his daughter, I think when she was graduating from college, his quote was, "Life's a and you marry one."
Rewind to the 1980s. That's when Bradford was a successful defense engineer and lived at a home in Torrance with his family. But Bradford later went through an ugly divorce with his wife, Barbara Joan Bradford, who had gotten a court order forcing him to pay $40,000 in child and spousal support. And in 1988, he shot her 5 times, killing her. It happened on the same day she was planning to move out of the house with the kids. And for more than a decade, Bradford got away with it until Lewin started working on the cold case with Torrance PD.
We started looking at it. It was very clear that he had committed this crime.
Bradford was arrested and later convicted of the murder in 2001 and was sent to prison, where Lewin says he made threats against him to a fellow inmate.
He was extremely angry with me because I had, quote, poked my nose into things, and that he believed we didn't have enough evidence to convict him. So he tells the cellmate that he's going to get out very quickly on a motion for new trial. And then he was going to go to my house. He was going to murder my family in front of me, and then he was going to blow my brains out.
In 2018, after serving 16 years in prison, the parole board granted Bradford parole, but the decision was later reversed by Governor Jerry Brown. In 2019, the parole board again granted parole to Bradford, but this time, Governor Newsom reversed the decision. Then last month, the parole board granted Bradford parole for a 3rd time. He is now 87 years old.
The parole commissioners, in essence, they're very willing to play Russian roulette with our safety because the gun's not pointed at their head. So their attitude is, well, he's an old guy. Probably it's going to be fine.
But Bradford's attorney insists he is not a threat, telling me in part, quote, "The alleged statements were made in excess of 17 years ago, and Bradford has not acted in any manner in furtherance, not 17 years ago and not today. Bradford is 87 years old, has significant health issues, including verifiable dementia with demonstrative cognitive decline. In his January 6, 2021 hearing, he was unable to raise his right arm to take the oath, was not oriented to time and space, and physically declined significantly since his last hearing." But Lewin says Bradford already showed he was willing to throw his life away when he was 55. And if he's released from prison at this elderly age, he's got nothing to lose.
In the end, all it takes right now to commit murder is a gun and an Uber. That's it. If you're not concerned about the consequences, that's all it takes.
And Lewin has now sent a letter to Governor Newsom asking that he deny parole for William Bradford once again. His parole grant is now subject to a 120-day review period. It then goes to Governor Newsom, and he will then have 30 days to make his decision. In West LA, Bill Malugin, Fox 11 News.